Hello, everybody. So today I want to I guess it's a mindset thing. I know that sounds boring. I'm sure it does. However, we got to understand that the crypto market is emotional. Everyone else gets emotional. They buy and sell due to emotion, whether it's positive or negative emotions, and we feel it. We react, realize we are part of the market. We're a major part of the market. And like right now, at the time of this recording, last week was really good for crypto, or at least for the ones that I own. And this week, everything's kind of looking like it's going down to shit again. Right. And if you've been in crypto for a little bit, meaning even just, I don't know, a couple weeks, you probably recognize this as a pattern. And people not being able to control their emotional ish, so to speak, I personally think is a huge reason why most people lose money in this space. So I know it's easier said than done, right? When you see your portfolio drop by 20, 30, 40% or more in a couple hours, like 2 or 3 days, that I can understand. However, being emotional versus acting on emotions are very different things. So since it is an emotional market, meaning people will buy when they think it's a good time to buy, maybe they think there was good news, and the same is the opposite. People will sell when they think it's a bad time or when they hear news that they think or they translate as being bad. And that happens all the time, right? Black swan events from, Donald Trump texts this, or these countries are having issues with each other. Anything that's macroeconomic or political, crypto gets hit from it. So this is going to happen, right? This is going to happen. It has happened. It will happen again and again. So how the hell do you deal with it? That is what I want to address here today. None of these are going to be like world shattering things, but there are things I really think you should keep in mind to help make it easier for you to make the best of this. And well, let's kind of get into some of those strategies and things that I do to help make sure I don't lose my shit and do something with crypto and investing that I'm going to regret, like buying when I shouldn't or selling when I shouldn't. Because in all reality, that's when we lose money in this space. So, for the sake of this conversation, I want to go not just when the markets plummet and everything's going down as shit, but also when things are just lateral, because that drives us nuts too. Right? Like, I get a lot of questions about Assemble AI, ASM, of why isn't it doing anything? Where's it going to go? Is this a dead coin? And to be honest, guys, you see the same things I see. If anything, maybe I dig in a little bit further, specifically when prices really go up or really go down, so I can figure out why they're doing it. But not to be a wise ass, but prices go up when people buy, prices go down when people sell. That's really it. Yes, there's a little bit to do with profit margins of the companies, but not really, and definitely not on a day-to-day or hour-to-hour basis. Right. So when we get emotion and we're feeling a little shaky, usually a negative influence, but sometimes you see the crypto go up a lot. Like, holy crap, it's going up. Should I buy more? Should I sell? Should I? I was going to sell at this point, but if it goes another 2x, I will make more. Right? This is why I always tell you guys to have a plan based on logic because we're going to feel emotional. The problem typically comes when we act on that emotion. So when you're feeling that any of these kind of ways, a strong emotion, either a good positive or a negative one with crypto, a couple things you can do. One is just walk the hell away, right? I have done this a couple of times, specifically when I was newer into crypto, where I would look, see everything drop, and I sometimes I wanted to buy, sometimes I wanted to sell, sometimes I just wanted to hold the phone or look at the computer until charts get better, right? Go walk away. There's so many other things in life. I'm sure there's more important things you can do than stare at charts and give yourself an anxiety order all day, right? Go walk away. Go do something else. Log off the apps. It's fine. Just like you saw all of your crypto go down a few times. Well, for it to go down a few times to the same marker, to the same resistance zone, realize that means it had to have gone up several times. It will do it again. As long as you believe that we're in a bull market, which I don't really see how you can argue that we're not. We're just not in the full blown altcoin season, right? But I'm confident everything's going to go up. I'm not thrilled where my portfolio is right now. It's less than it was a couple days ago. They'll go back up. Walk away, think of something else. It's fine. Another thing you can do is, presuming you have a plan, Did you have planned anything to do when the prices drop? Right. This is where like having a DCA zone comes into play. Like right now, not all of my crypto, but several of them hit the zone where I'm willing to put more money back into DCA into it. And that does help me, right? At least me personally, because when I see something drop 15%, but I can buy more and it lowers my average. Well, just by buying more, instead of being 15% down, maybe I'm 10% down. Maybe I put in a huge order in, or I had a small position to begin with, and it goes even further down, right? It works. That's when have it planned. I wouldn't just pull money out of nowhere, grab your rent money, things like that. Only spend what you can afford to lose, guys. Which probably comes to another point is making sure that you don't over leverage, right? When we say over leverage, I mean, don't spend, that's the whole don't spend more money than you can lose kind of thing, right? Because when I see people get the most emotional over crypto, it's usually from three things. Either A, they're a maxi, meaning it's the only thing they own. And I will tease maxis, but I can understand why they get so emotional. They have all their money into one crypto. So if that one crypto goes down, they're upset. Or if it goes up, it's the greatest thing in the world. So being a maxi definitely puts yourself at a higher risk of emotional swings. The other one, being over leveraged, putting more money into the space than what you could really afford to lose. But well, if I put in money a little bit now and it goes up in the near future, foreshadowing the third thing, it's all going to be good. I'll make my money back. It's okay. I can eat rice and beans only this week, right? Because we're over leveraged, get emotional. When you see it goes down, we lost even more money, right? Tertiary is when you expect your money back in a certain time frame. So when you put a pinpoint, this is more so for hodlers, buy and sell, spot buyers versus traders. So that is a little bit different. But when you're expecting profits or like, I need this money out at this time, well, two other countries go ahead and they have a feud with each other and they're sharing rockets back and forth and everything goes down. Crypto is not on your timeline, is it? Right. So I guess that's part of the over leverage is making sure that there's not a strict time frame you need something. Because that it doesn't help us guys, not at all. Something else I usually do is I research the damn crypto, specifically if it's one crypto that has gone down. If it's the whole market, not so much. If it's the whole narrative, maybe. But like when back to hbar, right? I've given this example several times. For a while, it was 4 cents, steady 4 cents for a year plus on end, 4 cents. It went up to 11 cents. A week later, back down to 4 cents. Maybe it was six. But the point being is, oh my gosh, do you know how I kept conviction into it? I kept researching it. I learned more about it. I got more excited about, oh, this is a good project. This is why. Because we all have short term memory, these things. We overemphasize the bad. It's not moving or it's gone down. Why did I buy this coin in the first place? That helps me out a lot. It rebuilds my conviction into it. And like, okay, now I see it more as a discount and not a bad thing. Right. And hopefully you guys can train yourselves over time to understand that when things go in the red, it just means prices are down. It doesn't mean the world is over. It doesn't necessarily even mean it's bad. I mean, just like I think everyone else, I'd love to see my crypto skyrocket. But when we have these red days like this is an opportunity for me to get out of the market sooner, right? I mean, again, I have a number goal. I've got a personal goal that I'm going to hit. And so the more money I can put into it, I'm not increasing my goal. I'm decreasing the amount of time that I have to be in the market because then I need less multiples on everything. So DCAing, bringing down the average tends to help because at some point, if you DCA well enough, the crashes and everything that we have don't go below your average because you just keep lowering your average from the previous crashes. Another important factor is knowing what the heck your crypto is and have solid expectations of it. If you have a low market cap coin, right? Like I got two of them that keep eating shit, right? I got ASM and I got Illuvium. And these are lower market caps. Specifically, ASM is under 30 million. Right now, it might be closer to 25. So it doesn't move frequently. People don't actually buy that are under like the top 200. It's what makes it high risk. the high reward of the potential of so many more multiples for any micro cap coin is the risk of it maybe never going anywhere. Right. And this is something that we have to realize. So maybe when we buy our crypto, it's a learning experience of expectations. And because when the microcaps do move in either direction, it usually moves really effing quick. And this is why, again, I can use the same example all day long. Why I've seen it go from 3 cents to 7 cents and back down in a week a couple of times. It doesn't take much money to boom it up, which means it doesn't take too much money to leave to slam that shit back down. Large caps have different things. It might just stay lateral for the longest while because people can buy and sell in large amounts, but it doesn't really change the price action because of how much liquidity is in there. So it's, I guess, a lot of times is learning the process, educating yourself on what should happen with different crypto. Potentially, last thing, I feel like there was another one. We'll see if it ends up hitting or not. But it's part of retraining your brain to not hate red days. Right? Our brain goes into, we are creatures of habit. And the way that we think and the way that we talk does habitualize more of the way we are going to think and talk in the future. So if we keep seeing red and every time we get a little angst, we feel our heart rate go up and we're like, oh, geez, like, I don't know, is it going to go back up? We're training our brains literally to give us an anxiety response. So something else we can do is retrain our brain to think discounts or the red is just that. It's a good thing. Like anymore, the only anxiety I usually get from a red day is crap, I don't have money to buy it. So, uh, and then if I have money, even better, I can get more at a good price. It's really like you're keeping an eye on like a certain car or a pair of jeans or anything that you want, and you see it at a price like, that's not a bad price. Like I'll pay, let's go with a car approach, right? I'll pay $20,000 for that car. I think that's a good price. Don't want to get it now, but I'd do it. And then you see it on sale, for 15,000, 25% off. Crap, what's wrong with the car? It's the exact same car as I saw yesterday, but now it's like, good. I'm glad I didn't buy that car. It's worth less now. It doesn't make sense, right? If the price went down just because of market stuff and it was nothing to do with you actually lost conviction in the project, the CEO got in trouble, they changed the format of something. If it's the same crypto as it was when it was worth $2 and now it's worth $1.50, you should like it more, right? And just retraining your brain to see red as an opportunity. You don't have to fall in love with the idea like, F yeah, we got red again. But the more often you see it as, this is an opportunity, can I take advantage of it? It kind of, over time, it helps numb you out a bit. So this is going to be borderline close to the time I wanted to be for you guys. So hopefully some of these tricks or just hearing this stuff over and over again from me or from other people can help you guys out, because this is a mental game and it does get difficult. So more strategies and understanding of what's happening tends to help us out. Let me know down below any questions you have, comments. Tell me some strategies that's helped you out. Have you seen red before and lost your shit and panic sold? Have you seen green before and upped your price prediction? Like, what? I'm going to wait longer, even though this was the plan. Let me know. Happened to a lot of us. I'm curious what's been your personal history. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.